Chelsea are Chelsea are through to the finals of the Club World Cup. Here are the 7 things I learned in this game. Before I go on, what a wonderful performance by Chelsea Football Club. What a wonderful performance by the players, professional. Like I told you before now, if you've been following this channel, you will know that I have been one of those guys that have been saying Enzo Maresca is a top tactical manager. You know, in the first few weeks or first few months of him being a Chelsea manager, it is clear what he wants to do, and you can see the improvement in the players. Collectively, Chelsea have performed very well in this competition. 2 finals for Enzo Maresca, 1-1 already in another final. What an incredible manager. You know, the players, you know, they played very, very well. From Marco Corella to Kaisedo to, you know, João Pedro to Malo Gusto. Incredible performance. Let's jump into it. 7 things I learned in this game. Number 1, João Pedro is a superstar. A superstar. You know, there's been a lot of talks about João Pedro when Chelsea signed him. A lot of people were saying that João Pedro is an average player. I followed this guy. I've seen his strength. I've seen the way he plays, the way he's strong, what he brings to the team. I knew that this guy would be a banger. What is very, very surprising that a lot of people are not even talking about is that this guy is on holidays. Remember? So his season is finished. He's already on the beach with his friends having fun, and Chelsea signed him and recalled him back to come and play at the Club World Cup, where he didn't even start with Chelsea, he didn't even train with them, you know, heading into the competition. And after just few days, I think 1 or 2 days, he was asked to play in the first game when, you know, the lap was substituted. You saw the way this guy played. I was like, is this actually a player that is on vacation? Is this actually a player that is rested? And he made a statement that even though he was on vacation, he was there with his personal trainer, that he kept on training to show you that he's preparing for moments like this. What a great goal. Let's talk about the goals he scored. That first goal, first of all, I can't remember the last time I see Chelsea players score this goal. I think the last player I saw score this kind of goal is I think Diego Costa. There's this one goal he scored from outside the 18-yard box that he shifted and was able to do R2. And for João Pedro to score this kind of goals, you know, the first goal was exquisite. Then the second goal, look at the power, look at the firepower, the striking ability of this guy. Even though the post is wide open, his confidence is so high that he doesn't even want to score a simple goal. He is hell-bent on roofing the ball and placing the ball where the goalkeeper will never, ever think of, you know, catching the ball. And this is really, really an interesting one, you know, for the fact that he said that his skills are different, Nicholas Jackson's skills are different, the lap skills are different. A lot of Chelsea fans have now started comparing him with the lap. Oh, the lap is the wrong signing. Relax. Football is mysterious. Some games, the lap will come to the rescue. Some games, you know, João Pedro will come to the rescue. Some games, Nicholas Jackson. You know, the good thing is that Chelsea have variety now. Now, Chelsea are not going to be stuck with one player. You know, there's some games you will need the likes of the lap, the battle and the fight. And for the fact that the lap have also scored in this Club World Cup, and then João Pedro scoring, I don't see any reason why people start comparing. Some people are not saying the lap have made the worst choice. The lap will be an important striker for Chelsea, and all of them are the variety. Enzo Maresca will be using all of them very, very well. That brings me to number 2. Enzo Maresca is a top tactical manager. You know, under Enzo Maresca, Chelsea hardly miss any player. Let's be honest. When last did you hear, oh, Chelsea lost this game because this player did not play? Remember from last season when Nicholas Jackson was red-carded against Newcastle, everybody was saying that Chelsea will no longer make the top 4. Chelsea will no longer make it. In fact, Chelsea won all the games from that moment till, you know, the end of the season. And that is great. In this game, there is no Lavia. In this game, there is no Levi Colwill. In this game, there is no Delap. Did you miss them? Did you even notice that these guys are not playing? This is down to the manager's tactical ability, his understanding of the game, the way he's building the squad on the squad, not building the squad around one player that if the player did not play, the team will now be suffocated. Enzo Maresca is a very good manager. And then, you know, in the first season, you know, normally it's normal in the first season. Like at the beginning, there were a lot of mistakes. You can see his confidence. He's now having his presence on the team. The players are now answerable to him. He's now controlling things. He's now running things in the dressing room. And this is massive. And for the fact that he's chopping and changing, bringing another player, the player performs, take that one out to bring another one, the one performs. This is to show you the level the manager is. A manager that says is not at level of Chelsea. He's from the championship. Is this, is that. 2 finals already for Chelsea in the first season. 1 cup won, and potentially going to another final to win another cup. Is that not crazy? You know, I don't know when Chelsea fans will start giving him his flowers. They are still moving the agenda, his average. Can't you see the way Chelsea are playing? Look at the way they pass the ball. Even right now, at the beginning, for Chelsea to pass out the ball from the back, it was difficult. Right now, look at how easy, effortless it is. And people will now come out and tell you, they will tell you Chelsea have not made any strong team. Laugh at them, because if we are being honest, Fluminense defeated Inter Milan, eliminated, Al Hilal, defeated Sundowns. I think Sundowns and the Osla. Do you know till now that Fluminense have not lost any game? They played one draw and won the other games. I beat 2 draw and the other games. They've not lost any game. So their first loss at this Club World Cup is against Chelsea. If they are that small team, why didn't Inter Milan and Al Hilal? I remember Al Hilal removed Manchester City. Fluminense removed the team that removed Manchester City. So if they are that average, why didn't all these other clubs remove them? So don't get it wrong. Chelsea played a very good game against the Brazilian side. Only Flamengo defeated Chelsea. All these Brazilian teams or South American teams are tough. You can see the way they are defending. Physicality is tough, but Chelsea were able to fight, battle. Like I told you before, mentality-wise, I see this team already going places. Like the foundation is now being laid. Now they are building. The team is building. The team will escalate and it's going to be scary. In the next 2 or 3 seasons, Chelsea will be dominating the Premier League, and that is clear. That is clear with the way the manager is playing. So I am giving Enzo Maresca the boss too, and I'm praising him. No matter what happens in the final, win it or lose it, Enzo Maresca is a top manager. He's already taking Chelsea to places. Imagine when he will stay for 2 or 3 more, 4 seasons. Imagine what will happen. Number 3, Chaloba impressed me again in this game. Chaloba has been a revelation since he returned to Chelsea from Crystal Palace. It looks as if he went to Crystal Palace. Something improved about him mentality-wise. The guy is top. And then he's now technically very good. He hardly loses the ball. All the small mistakes we saw from Chaloba, before going on loan, like mistiming the ball, mistiming tackles, then flying into tackles that makes the opponent to go and score. He's not calm on the ball. He's more relaxed. He's more, agile. He will cover the large space. In this game, Enzo Maresca asked Chaloba to play, cover that space because Malo Gusto was tasked to go forward and play like a winger, while Nkunku was slotted into the pocket of space. But Chaloba was able to do that job constantly. You can't take Chaloba one-on-one. He's now very good. His confidence is off the roof. And long may this thing continue. If he continues this way, he will gonna start Chelsea. I don't see Chaloba being sold. The Sassi and all these other ones will leave. Chaloba and Tosin and Cole. I think these 3 defenders have etched their name into the squad, and then into the squad. Then Badiashile is also doing very well. So the team is moving very well. I was impressed with Chaloba. That is why I gave him the boss 3. Boss number 4, Marco Corella is one of the best players at Chelsea. That defensive performance on 26th minute is what preserved Chelsea, at least for Chelsea to score the second goal. If not, that game would have been 1-1. You see that clearance, that line clearance, that guy did a very, very good job there. And not only that, he's a front foot defender, always trying to go and cover the player with the ball before they will have the opportunity to even be on one-on-one against Chelsea. The guy, I like the energy he brings to Chelsea. Like every time you watch Marco Corella, you barely see Marco Corella say he doesn't give 8, 9 out of 10. In almost every game, he is calm. He's very, very collected, and it's very difficult to see aggressive players like Marco Corella without getting yellow carded every time. I don't even know how he controls himself, how he keeps calm, how even with all those aggression, he hardly gets red carded. He's always calm. He's focused on the ball, eyes on the goal. Played very well this game. Against Palmeiras, he was also top. Against this game again, he's top. And in the final, he will be needed again against probably whether it's a duel or whether it is against Real Madrid players. This guy is very good. And Chelsea will likely need to sign somebody that will be helping Marco Corella, because I don't see Corella playing all the games unless Chelsea wants him to break down. Because right now, there's no other player that can do the left back job of Marco Corella. Chelsea brought in, Viega to do the job, but Viega is now looking as if he's out of the project because he doesn't feel like he wants to fight for his place. And this is why I'm giving Marco Corella the box 4. Number 5. Kaisedo is a tank in the midfield. First of all, I just wish that Kaisedo will recover quickly for the final, because Enzo Maresca, if you watch his interview, he told Kaisedo, Moises Kaisedo, you must do everything possible to be in the final, because the manager already knows the main players. He knows that if he's going to be battling against PSG or against Real Madrid, the midfield, you need Kaisedo, you need heavy, tacklers, you need guys that can win the ball back. Kaisedo is one of the players that he wins the ball and wins the ball and wins the ball, and he's still able to play almost in every game. He played all the games for Chelsea last season. He's the first player to do it after Cesar Azpilicueta. He was able to play all the games. And when he rolled his ankle, what made me know that this guy is a strong guy? Normal players, if they roll that ankle that way, immediately they will substitute them. He even tried to come and play again. I just hope that, Moises Caicedo is fine. He will be a huge miss. If Kaisedo did not play in the final with Lavia missing, it's going to be a very difficult task for Santos to do that job against top side like Real Madrid or top side like PSG. But hopefully, from now till Sunday, Chelsea can find a solution. I look at Kaisedo as an important player that his body heals fast and he recovers fast. Hopefully, he can be able to recover and be ready to play in that final. But ordinarily in this game, I'm so impressed with him. If Chelsea managed to win this Club World Cup, he must be attributed. You know, you see the way against Palmeiras. Palmeiras had one or two joy. You see in this game, you see the tackles he's winning. This is one player that we must give credit for. Then number 6, Pedroto is the best winger in this Club World Cup. You know, in this game he didn't score, but he could have scored. He could have added one goal because he had chances. The fact that he's always keeping width, he kept width in this game. He made the pitch wide because he's not coming into space. He wants to stay wide, and this is one of the things Enzo Maresca like. And for the fact that Pedroto can now be able to play on the right, on the left. Now, giving him players like João Pedro, Pedroto to João Pedro, goals will be banging. You know, he played very, very, very well. I was so impressed with him. Remember, this is also his first season at Chelsea, the same as Maresca. If he played like this in this first season and he has now totally eliminated his injury issues, he's now fit enough, he's playing very well, he is ready to go back to back to back. That is great. I hope going into next season he can be able to perform very well. Probably that is the reason Noni felt threatened, like the guy is taking his place, and he's also entering the goal scoring position. It's not about just staying wide. The problem with Noni is I give him the ball, not only, you know, Noni does not come into goal scoring position often to try to shoot, and that is why I'm giving, you know, Pedroto the box 6. Finally, the box 7, Malo Gusto. You know, Malo Gusto have faced a lot of criticism at Chelsea. It's not easy. He looks as if a player that doesn't have wing anymore. Enzo Maresca is constantly chopping and changing. You play wing this game, in another game you play back 3, in another game he plays, you know, inverted. One thing I must say is that for Enzo Maresca to constantly ask Malo Gusto to do that, even though we've not seen the best of Malo Gusto in different aspects, it means that he has that technicality, because a manager will never ask a player that he knows he can't do a particular job to do it. You know, you ask Gusto to stay wide and play as a winger, Gusto does it. You ask Gusto to invert, Gusto does it. You ask Gusto to defend, he does it. You know, he was asked to do that job so that he can be able to help Chelsea win the ball, you know, in front of the post of you know, Fluminense. Because if you look at Nkunku is not the best in pressing. Nkunku is not the best in tackling back, you know, running back. So Enzo Maresca used Malo Gusto as an auxiliary winger, so he can go forward and come back, and he has the energy. Even when Reece James is constantly breaking down or Reece James is not ready, Malo Gusto is always there to play, and this is why I'm giving him that box 7. It's quite important for us to know that Chelsea have achieved another great milestone, going to final of the Club World Cup. Nobody saw this one coming. Imagine what happens when Chelsea win this, and Chelsea stand a chance of winning it. Of course, any team that comes to the final, be it Real Madrid or be it PSG, they will be the favorite. But Chelsea will not be scared of anybody in this competition. And I'm wishing the team all the best. And you that is watching me, if you're not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, because I'll be dropping a lot of videos as we're going into the next season. Thank you very much for watching. This is Beyond the Match. Let's go.